3.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm David King.
I'm Cilbrith.
And welcome to Keeping It Real. Well, for one, I want to say, hope everybody had a great holiday last Thursday.
Yeah.
I hope everybody didn't eat too much last week. And today, we're going to talk about, we talked about having friends before, but now I'm going to talk about true friends. Because you see, the difference between friends and true friends is everybody has lots of friends. You know, you have friends of the workforce, you have friends in your neighborhood. But there's a very selective true friends. And I specifically have a very small amount of very true friends. Like my broadcast colleague here, Fred Sober. Fred, first of all, I want to say, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. I ate a bunch of food, had a bunch of pie and all that kind of stuff. Spent time with the family, so it was all good.
You didn't get too fat. You didn't get too...
No.
You know, we're talking tonight about true friends. And, I mean, first person comes to mind in my group would be you.
And the same here. I mean, we've known each other for what? 20-some-odd years?
Only he keeps count.
1993, like I said, folks.
I'm getting too old to keep count.
We're both getting too old.
But the reason why I wanted to bring this to the surface tonight is because everybody has friends, like I said, but there's selective, really true friends. You can have like 50, 60 friends.
Yeah.
And you can only have one true friend out of all those 50 and 60. To you, what does a true friend mean to you?
True friend means to me that it's someone you can count on, somebody who can get you through the tough times and help you out when you really need assistance, like whether it's talking to them or sometimes if you need to borrow some money out of somebody, maybe they can loan you some money. But basically it's just about being there and spending time with them and being able to carry conversation.
I mean, exactly. I mean, for me, a true friend is, like you said, a person that be there through good times and bad times. But even when you guys go through the worst of times, to me, and still being able to stick it out and, be there for one another, that's a true friend. I always feel
I gotta agree.
I always feel like this. You cannot consider yourself a true friend if you cannot go through bad times as well as good times.
Right.
Because then I feel if all you do, your friendship always has good times, it's not real. And I'm going to explain why. Because a friendship is similar to a marriage, similar to a relationship. It doesn't matter, if, who you date, what you date. But a friendship is similar. Like, a real friendship is like, we got to be able to argue, but we got to be able to make up, and at the end of the day, still declare that we are friends with each other.
I think another thing that tests the time of true friendship is loyalty.
Oh, definitely.
To a person.
Oh, definitely.
Trusting them, respecting them.
Exactly.
It goes both ways.
It really does.
It's not just one person.
Exactly. But that can be hard in this day and age. You have a lot of people who stabs a lot of people in the back. I don't trust a lot of people. And, I love everybody. I'm a kind-hearted person. I go by, I don't judge a book by its cover.
Right. Like he always says to me, folks, he goes by their actions, which is the best way to do it.
Well, yeah, because actions speak louder than words. And it's not about what you say, it's about what you do. Like I said before, I can sit here and tell you I got $250,000 and tell the world tonight, and I got $250,000 and I'm filthy rich. But when you get to me, I got $2 in my pocket.
Right, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. What you say and what you do is two different things. I'm loyal to my friends that are loyal to me. I care about them. I don't care what your nationality is. I don't care, what your color of your skin is. Because, to me, my real friends are like family to me. Mm-hmm. They are my blood. Even though they're not my blood, they are my blood,
Yeah.
And not only to have a conversation, but even when you're going through the miserablest times, you have a bad breakup with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, you need that true friend to really understand you. And that's another thing with a true friend. A true friend kind of really understands you. A lot of people will listen to you, but only a certain amount can understand you and relate to you.
Right.
I mean, for me, I've always had you there. I've had Thomas there.
Right.
You know, as crazy as it is, I've had Audrey, who was on our show before. I've had her there. You know, and she's a prime example
Right.
of, you know, you can't judge a book by its cover. She has some flaws, but at the end of the day, she's very loyal to her friends, and
She is.
I commend her for that.
I
don't commend her for a lot of other things, but I commend her for that. But then again, we all have our flaws, and a real friend sticks by that person, even, like I said, even when they are going through those bad times, even when they're in pain, and even when they're being annoying.
Yeah.
As a real friend, you stick by them. And you got to be able to roll with the punches. You know, like, I'm going to explain that. If you're doing something, as your friend, I should tell you, and I should get on you, because it's not about being mean or disrespectful or rude to you. It's about telling you because I care. It's about getting on you before
You're not
something
picking
happens
on the person. You're basically telling them, look, I'm saying this because I care.
Right. Just like if a person is on drugs and they need help,
Right.
as a friend, you don't get them help and kick them to the curb. Right. That's not a true friend. Right. A true friend is you're going to get them help. Yes, they're going to hate you. Probably, yeah. But at the end of the day, you're still going to be by their side when all the smoke clears.
Right.
You know, and that is exactly what a true friend's testament is. No matter what you're going through, no matter what it is, you're still right, always there, no matter what, you know. Yeah. I lost one of my good friends the other day, who I thought was a true friend, but I was wrong, and ended up saying on Facebook that I was annoying.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so am I. But that just goes to show you that sometimes people claim to be true friends and they're not really true friends. I mean, have you ever had an experience like that? Where you thought somebody was a true friend, but realistically they weren't a true friend?
I mean, yeah. I've had a couple of friends of mine. I'm not going to say them on the show, but I've had a couple of friends of mine say they're true friends and try to stick by me, and then they show their true colors, and it just becomes more and more distant.
I mean, when you say try to stick by you, like, what do you mean by they try to stick by you?
They make promises they can't keep, which I would say be true to. If you're going to have true friends, be true to that person, because you never know, they might need the promise next week.
It's not even that. You never know when you might need them.
Right. Or vice versa. Folks.
Yeah, exactly. And you should never make a promise that you can't keep.
Right.
If you can't do it, then you should be like, I might be able to do it, I might not. If something comes up, there you go. But don't just say it and just leave the person on.
Right.
Because one thing, when you are in that label of a true friend, when you got friends and then your friend don't talk to you, you be like, oh, I guess we're not cool no more, whatever. But when you got true friends, it really hits home.
Yeah.
When you lose a person that you feel is a real true friend, it really hits home. Like I said the other day, when my friend said that to me on Facebook, when I was only trying to keep in contact with them, right. And I haven't heard from them in a while, and I was just trying to hit them up to see how they've been, and then they say, well, they don't want to talk to me because I'm annoying. That really hit home, because I look at them more than just, okay, you're just a person there. You're a real friend to me. Like, everybody in TV land has a Facebook page. Everybody goes on the internet these days, and if somebody tell me they don't, you're lying, because everybody in some way, shape, or form is on the internet. But a lot of people are on Facebook. Yeah. But on Facebook, you do have a bunch of people that you're probably friends with, but then you got your very selective that you're really true friends with. And for me, losing that true friend yesterday on Facebook was hard for me. And I want to also say I apologize to you, to Wayne, from getting mad at you guys. I know you guys were concerned and you guys were just trying to see what was going on with me, and I didn't mean to yell at you guys, but I was going through a lot. But it really hit home, and I'm sure people out there as well has had that person where it's like, how could you, like, turn on me, or how can you just, like, say you don't want to, like, be cool after, something as simple as good back and forth conversations and stuff. You really got close to the person. You really thought you knew that person, and it turned out to be a whole another 360.
I accept your apology, but going back to, and I'm
thank you.
I'm going back to what you said earlier. It's all about, if you're true friends with somebody, you need to know, okay, is he just saying this to go and say it, or is he saying it because he's going through stuff? And, you know, I've known you for years, so I know you were going through stuff at the time, so I accept it.
I mean, of course. I mean, but see, that's what makes you, like you were saying tonight, a true friend, because you got chewed out by me, and here you are tonight, here doing the show with me and being a true friend, which it's hard to find these days. Yeah. You know, and if you can, especially, I think, if you can have that real friend who you grew up with, and still be your friend when you're 50, you're 60, you know, it is a blessing in disguise. Right. Because that really doesn't happen. You know, and I'm very.
Because then you can watch each other get older, as you told me once.
Yeah. I don't even want to watch myself get older, but yeah.
Neither do I.
But, I mean, it is an honor for me to have, like, true friends like you and Wayne, who I know Wayne since middle school, since I was 13. Yeah. And I known you since I was in kindergarten. My God. And, you know, so you guys, you drive me nuts. And I know I drive you nuts, but that's the epitome of true friends, where even though I got mad at you guys, here you guys are today still being my true friends, you know. And, you know, is you don't understand, like, the feeling like when something happens to you, it happens to me kind of thing. That's right. True friends. When you go through something, I go through something, because we're an inseparable team, like Siamese twins that are stuck together kind of thing. You know, when you feel something, I feel something. You know, you have death in your family, even though it's not my family, but I feel bad because you feel bad. You know, and out here you have a lot of people who hang out with each other, but the friendship ain't real.
Right.
That's why I want to bring this to the light, because so many people are getting deceived by their friends or who they think are their friends. In reality, they're just wolves in sheep clothing, or they're only being your friend because what they can benefit off of you, or what they can get out of you, you know, or what have you done for me lately? Right. You know, my own, like, you know, like I said, you know, I even consider my former mentor, who sat here on our show at one time with us, and he, you know, was very close to me, and then for him to leave me hanging when I had no power, and basically leave me in the dark, and you know, leave me almost to die, was like bigger than anything else. And yet, granted, I said some stuff on the internet to him or about him that I maybe shouldn't have said, but that was after the simple fact that you really broke my heart. That it's not even about money. It was, and that's the thing with true friends. It's not about money. Right. It's about, once again, what you do, not about what you say. If he would have picked up the phone and even showed that he cared, I would have never did everything that I did do, you know. But his actions spoke for his words. What he said was one thing, but what he did when it mattered was another 360. And it's sad that myself, but I know a lot of people go through that kind of thing with people all the time, and it should really stop. If you really are not a true person, then be true. But it's all about, at the end of the day, the almighty dollar, or what I can get out of you. And I'm not that kind of person. You know, when I say on this show, or when I say online that I care about my friends, or I love all my friends, and I really do mean that. You know, I wouldn't be here every week on this show without all my fans that watch the show. I had a guy yesterday, I was in the mall. He came up to me. He said, "Hey, you're that guy that does the TV show." And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you know me?" I said, "No." I was busy shopping, holiday shopping, and he shook my hand, and I was like, and I told the guy that works at the store, I always got time to take out for any of my fans or my friends, because make that time. I know sometimes I get very busy and I can't contact all my friends, but they're always on my mind. So, you know, that's my thing. I'm a true friend through thick and thin. I care about everybody on my Facebook page, or even people I meet. You know, if I could help even somebody I've never met before, and if they need help and I can help them, I don't mind helping if I can spare it. Because
that's what I say every week. I mean, yesterday I went into work and my job let me go. So I officially don't have a job right now, but I'm pretty sure in the next couple of months I will get a job again.
Well, as your friend, I'm going to say publicly, I'm sorry to hear that you lost your job. And,
It's all right, man.
you know, they lost a great employee, or who could have been a great employee if they would have took more time out. But, yes, you will get another job. You just have to stay strong, and you just have to keep it going. You know, the other day, you speaking of yesterday, I hung out with my friend Patrick, and he is a real good friend. I mean, you know, we hung out at the mall. He treated me to lunch, and thank you, Patrick, for that. And we met when I was in the hospital, and we're still friends today, even though he's in a hard place right now. You know, he needs to know that I love him to death. You know, he could talk to me for hours sometimes, and I could be halfway tired. But he's my friend, and if I can make his day better, even talking to him or even just being near for him or visiting him, I love to do it.
I mean, the amount of stuff we've gone through as like it seemed like you would call me at 12 o'clock midnight, no lie, folks, and I would be the one guy to pick up the phone.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, no, I mean,
you know.
My friend Patrick, I mean, he's an awesome person. And, you know, Fred, you haven't met him, but one day I would like you to meet him. Matter of fact, one night, I'm going to have him a guest on our show. But he's a great guy.
I can't wait to meet him.
But to me, the reason I'm bringing his name up right now, because he is the epitome of a good model human being who don't judge you because of the color of your skin, like I was saying, who don't judge you because you're like us and you have a disability, or doesn't judge you because you dress a certain way, because you dress hip-hop, you dress rock, you dress heavy metal, or you dress like a truck driver. The point is, he likes you for your heart and the kind of person that you are, and you couldn't ask for to have a better person in your camp and in your circle than a true friend like that.
Right.
Because to find somebody like that is very hard to find. You know, finding true friends these days, it's like
finding the diamond in the rough.
Well, that I was about to say, it was like finding a job today in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
You know, it's not so easy to find one, which is sad. But, you know, hopefully that'll change with, you know, Ganem being mayor now, and you know, hopefully we're looking at change. But we'll see in the weeks to come how that turns out, you know. But every single one of my friends, even my female friends, you know, some of my female friends, they have kids, and they go through a lot, and they make choices that they don't want to make, but they have to because they're their kids, and I don't judge them by it. I love them, you know. I love them for it, and I'm in their corner, you know. Right. But if they come to me for real advice, I'm going to keep it real.
Yeah. That's the one thing he's always good for, folks.
But thanks.
Well, that's
but you're right.
Like,
no, you're right. I've always been able to tell you 100, and once again, it goes back to the simple fact that as your friend, if I cannot keep it real and tell you realistically, not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear, and vice versa, even for me, right, then you're not a real friend. Because a real friend doesn't play this cover page that just looks good to be your friend. No. It's going to keep it 100 with you. I've had my homegirls keep it 100 with me. You know, oh my God, my friend Josie, we go at it all the time. Like, I love her, though. We're both Pisces, and we see eye to eye, and we both love and hate each other. We have a love-hate relationship.
She's a great person.
Yes, she is. A real great person. But that just goes to show you, you know, and Audrey, too. Oh, my God, we have a love-hate relationship, too. But that just goes to show you, but that's true friendships. And, like, you know, you got to be able to keep it 100. You know, when I go through stuff and when I'm doing stuff that I shouldn't do, I look to you guys to either give me advice, and when I mean give me advice, I don't want you to give me advice like, okay, everything, like, nah, hey, Dave, you know, you're doing this too much. Yeah. And, you know, that's why this is happening. Because even though people hate the truth, but people need to hear the truth. But the problem is people don't want to hear the truth. I am one of them people, if I'm your friend, I want to hear the truth from you, but I'm going to give it to you right back. Right. So don't expect that if you give it to me, that when it's your turn, that I'm not going to give it back the hard-hitting truth. Because
I mean, another friend of mine that comes to mind, other than you and the stuff that we've gone through.
You mean George?
No.
No love for George.
Well, he's gotten better over the years, so I'll give him that. But another friend of mine would be Craig.
Yes.
You know, Craig will call me like 10 o'clock at night and be like, dude, what's going on? Like, he'll give me that phone call around 12 o'clock midnight, you know, and be like, what's up? Even when the World Series and the Mets win the World Series, he was going nuts.
Yeah, I was depressed. Well, I was great in the playoffs, but one thing out of the World Series is the grave was already there, and they were just shoveling dirt on us. That's all that was going down. Kansas City were just shoveling dirt on us. Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's great, and that's nothing. Not just bad times, even good times. You can't have a good time without your real true friends because you need your true friends. If you get drunk somewhere, you don't want some friend to be like, okay, I'm leaving them out of here. No, your true friends are gonna be like, I'm gonna make sure that person's okay.
Right.
You know, we're gonna hang out together, we're gonna chill together, but we're gonna look out for each other. Hey, we came into the club together, girl, but we gonna leave together, girl. You know, if you know your home girl and y'all two girls are hanging out, and there's a lot of weirdos out there. You go to a club together as women, you don't just I'm gonna leave for that guy.
Yeah.
No, we came together, we're gonna leave together because that's my girl. And my boys the same way. You know, we come to the club together. We gonna at least leave together, and if after we want to go our separate ways, after we leave the club because we met that little honey or whatever, then we do our thing. But you know, you want to make sure each other is safe because that's your job as a real friend is to make sure each other is safe. You know, and you know what? Another thing of showing real friendship, real true friendship, it doesn't cost nothing to pick up a phone or to say hey. You know, if somebody says, hey, even if you're busy, it does not hurt to respond back, hey, I'm busy right now, but I'm glad you're keeping in touch, or I'm glad you're saying hi, we'll have to get up soon, or I'll talk to you another day, but at least have the courtesy just to say hi. It doesn't cost much to just show that you're trying to be a true friend. Listen, I know we all got lives. We all got jobs. Freddie, you will get another job. Yeah. But you know, it doesn't cost much to stay in touch with your friends. And, you know, if your friends don't want to do that, then once again, that labels them not as true friends.
Yeah, and friends at a distance.
Well, yeah, friends at a distance, but I mean, that makes you really have to sit back and think about, you know, who do you consider your friends? And sometimes we do that. We how you say, jump in the circle too fast with a person. We assume that they're who they say they are when they're really not because they don't put on a month or two of good fronts. They don't been there, but like I said, to really be there, you got to test the water. Yeah. You know, if you stick your toe in the water, you can't call yourself a swimmer. You know, if you just stick your pinky toe in the water and say, I'm a swimmer, you're lying.
Right.
But, you know, when you really get into the deep water and you can swim, you can really swim. Yeah. Friendship is similar. It's like, you can say, hey, we were chilling yesterday at school, and then, okay, we're cool, but that doesn't make you really friends.
Yeah.
That don't even label you as friends. You know?
You're just acquaintances.
Right. Friendship builds like a status. It's like you meet, you become acquaintances, then you become friends, then you become true friends. But to become true friends is more work. Yeah. Because it's like winning a title in a boxing match or a wrestling match. You fight to like, okay, I want to prove to you that I'm in your side. But once you're in that corner, to prove that you are is even more work. But it's not as hard as it looks. All you have to do is just be true. Be true to yourself and be true to them. Yeah. And you guys can be friends for as long as you're both still alive. Right. You know, but that's up to you and the person. Right. Like I said, you're gonna go through fights because if you don't, you ain't really.
Yeah, you're gonna go through your ups and downs.
Oh yeah,
with a person.
I can't name one true friend that I haven't argued with.
Not just you. Name one friend that I've had an argument.
I mean, me and you got into a fist fight. You know.
Yeah.
You know, not just me and you, but all my friends, the people that I'm real close with, even on my Facebook page, are we got into a lot of beefs, but they're still my friends. Like Lindsay and others. Who are still my friends today, but that one friend, but what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. And even though they don't want to be my friend, or they find me annoying and they don't understand me because they don't want to, I just go forward, But I want to take this time out to, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, that to remind everybody that you can watch this show as well as others on our YouTube channel at Keeping It Real with David King.
You got an email. It's the Keeping It Real TV show at gmail.com. We also have a Facebook page called Keeping It Real TV and a Twitter page where it's the @13 Keeping It Real.
Exactly. So, give us your comments and opinions on this show and, of course, all other shows that we produce each and every week. But, it's like time is short.
Yeah.
And you don't know if tomorrow was promised. And, it's, like I said, it's hard to find good people. And it's hard to find loyal people that's going to have your back.
Yeah.
And I don't care what capacity it is. I don't care what your gender is, what you want, what you are or not is or whatever. If you're friends and your goal is to say, hey, that's my best friend or that's my real friend,
right,
don't just say it. Really mean it.
Right.
Don't, get up, talk to them, and be like, we're cool, and then out of nowhere one day it's like, oh, I don't want to talk to you no more. But, we're coming down to the end of our show here tonight. Fred, anything else that maybe I didn't touch on running my mouth tonight on this topic of being true friends?
I mean, just be yourself when you're being a true friend, but don't just say it, mean it. But I want to thank all my friends, you, Craig, George, as weird as he is, but he's been there. So I want to thank all you guys for being there and helping me through stuff. It means a lot to me. And, yeah, that's pretty much it.
For me, I want to, of course, you at the helm of that. I want to thank all my friends, Thomas, everybody else who's been there, Paul, my music producer, who's been there and everything else. I appreciate all you guys, and I couldn't be doing this tonight without my fans and without all you guys each and every week, each and every day.
Yeah, we personally want to thank you guys for watching our show each and every week.
Exactly. And speaking of true friends, I actually have a song on SoundCloud entitled True Friends that talks about my friendship with my friends that are in my life, but also relating to all my fans out there who watch the show.
I've heard it before, so it's pretty good.
Exactly. But with that said, we're coming to the end of the show. So to wrap it up, I'm David King.
I'm Fred Cilbrith.
Thank you for watching. Peace.